So basically the way that we are planning to cover this Srimad Bhagavatam is, in the beginning that we will cover one sloka or two slokas, so that will be philosophy. And then the second part of the program we will cover a pastime. Because Srimad Bhagavatam is so unique in such way that it is actually has both. Right? You have philosophy and also you have the pastimes of Krishna. So this is the beauty of Srimad Bhagavatam. So now this is the very first sloka that we actually mentioned, but we did not really cover that detail. But at least we'll just now go through this from the beginning. So this is the very, very first sloka. And the very first sloka, if we really see this, how does it start? It is very interesting. Because it does not start with Om Namo Narayanaya or Om Namo Shivaya or something, nothing like that. It starts with Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. That Vasudeva is Lord Krishna. So now the sloka, first sloka is Janmadi Asya Yato Anvayat Idaradas Charte Swabinyaswarat Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kavaye Mukhyandi Yat Surayaha Tejo Vari Mridam Yata Vinimayo Yatratri Sargo Amrisha Damna Svena Sada Nirashta Kuhakam Satyam Param Dhimahi. So the word Dhimahi is actually from the Sandhya Vandana. So this Dhimahi is very important. He is invoking. So this is Vyasadeva and through Sukadeva Goswami. Now this Bhagavatam, these slokas are not ordinary. In fact, one of our acharyas is Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura. So he took this particular sloka. Of course, every sloka is so deep. He took this one sloka and every day, he was actually talking about that, giving Harikatha for 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours in the evening, every day. And this one sloka was going for 3 months, 90 days. So you can see how much that one can actually get into how much deep that we can actually go into. So this sloka is of course, I'm just going to really narrate the meaning. But, in one way, this is itself is very big Harikatha. So what does it say? I meditate upon Lord Sri Krishna because he is the absolute truth and the cause of all causes of creation, maintenance and destruction. He is conscious of all manifestations and he is independent because there is no other cause beyond him. It is he only who first imparted the Vedic knowledge unto the heart of Lord Brahma, the original living being. By him even the great sages and gods are placed in the illusion. So basically even all the gods and devas or everybody, they do not know the truth. Because he actually, because of his power, everybody is in illusion. As one is bewildered by the illusion of water seen in the fire, or like mirage. You are driving and then in the hot sun you see water on the thing, but there is no water. So like that, these gods are really totally illusioned. So the truth about Krishna is unknown. So only because of him, because of Krishna, do the material universes temporarily manifested with the 3 modes of nature, sattvic and rajasic and tamasic, appear to be real, but although they are unreal, that means temporary. So I meditate on that Swayam Bhagavan Sri Krishna, who is eternally existing in the transcendental abode, which is forever free from the illusions of the material world. I meditate upon him, that Krishna. So Krishna is far away, even beyond the reach of all the devas. So he is so high. And he says in Bhagavad Gita, nobody can understand him. And now in the second sloka, we see something even now going higher, and it is talking about the position of this Srimad Bhagavatam. Dharma projita kaitavo atra paramo nirmatsaranam satam vetyam vastavam atra vastu Sivadam tapatrayon moolanam Srimad Bhagavate Mahamuni Krite Kimva Parairishwaraha Satyo Hridi Avaruddete Atra Kritibihi Sushrushibistakshanat. See, this is something that is coming, which is going to be the introduction for our today's Harikatha. So what it is saying is something very unique. Completely rejecting all religious activities, basically all the religions, which are materially motivated. So this is something very important to note. Because if you see, out of the 200 plus known religions, of course there are a lot of unknown, these religions, if you see that, what is the motivation? The motivation is material only, because they want themselves to be happy, themselves to enjoy in this world. So this is the position of all the mundane religions that we really see. But then it says that Srimad Bhagavatam is beyond all this. What it is saying? This Bhagavata Purana propounds the highest truth. What is that highest truth? Which is understandable by those devotees who are fully pure in heart. So that means those who have the material motivation, Srimad Bhagavatam is not going to help them, in the sense they are not going to be benefited. Because Srimad Bhagavatam is going to give the supermost goal, which is the prema to Krishna, not for any self-motivation. So this will be understandable only for those devotees who are pure in their heart. So the highest truth is reality distinguished from illusion for the welfare of all. So that means, because people in other religion, they are thinking that they are actually the welfare for themselves. But this Bhagavatam is the welfare of whom? Welfare of those jivas to achieve the highest goal. So that truth is the real truth that this Bhagavatam propounds. So, but anyway, so this beautiful Bhagavatam compiled by the great sage Veda Vyasa in his maturity is sufficient itself for God realization. What is the need of any other scripture? We do not need any other scripture. As soon as one attentively and submissively hear the message of Bhagavan, that means Srimad Bhagavatam, and what happens? Supreme Bhagavan just gets into the heart. How? When? Kshanat. That means if you have that much of faith in Guru and Shastra and Krishna, automatically Kshanat means just a moment he just gets into your heart. So of course, we just talked about the selfish faith. And in fact, out of the 200 religions, almost all the religions are based on these particular selfish faith. And of course, there are a lot of, so many, the acharyas have really mentioned about, I don't have to really keep on going. But the Bhagavatam says there are cheating religions, because they are not really giving the ultimate goal of human life. And we have so many different worships and many destinations, because people may think that, I can go through any religion and then everybody is going to go to one sambar only. It's not like that. It's not like that. Even in this world, how many destinations are there? In the same world, how many countries, how many cultures, and how many things are there, destinations are there. And then take our own Brahmanda, how many destinations are there? So many planetary systems, so many things. And also if you really take other Brahmandas and on and on and on, there are innumerable. But then this is only material destinations. But then what about the supreme destination which is there in the spiritual dimension? Spiritual dimension has unlimited destinations. So the spiritual worlds are unlimited. So depending on one's desire, that jiva reaches the specific destination. Many people really, especially Mayavadis, they really tell you, it really does not matter who you worship, how you worship, everywhere, you will go to the same ocean or something like that. Oh no, it is not like that. So the scripture is not saying that. Only they are actually manufacturing their own ideas. It is like, it doesn't matter. You really want to go to somewhere, everything goes to the same place only. You get into any plane and it will reach your destination. That means you are fool number one. You cannot really get into any plane thinking that it is really going to go to the same destination, because every plane is going to go to different destination. If I have to go to Chicago, I cannot get into a plane which goes to Los Angeles. It's not possible. So now coming to that, different destinations, those are all the goals for the jivas to achieve. What is the topmost goal? Topmost goal is also given in Srimad Bhagavatam and also reiterated in Brigad Bhagavatam. What is saying? Atto hiyano bahu sadhunattamai satyasya chindasya cha bhavayogatah mahaprabho prema vishesha palibihi Satsadhanatyana padatvam agata. What is that? So we try to obtain Sri Krishna by various types of superb sadhanas. Yes, sadhanas. So achieving Krishna is the topmost goal. But again, what kind of bhava that we have to have? So, and by meditating upon him, by controlling our mind, chitta vritti, through various ways. However, the gopis are the only ones who have attained the highest goal of everybody. Right? So the excellent sadhana of the gopis is the topmost goal. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give this alone. So there is actually a lot of psychology behind these different worships. So if you go from this diagram, if you can clearly understand, I'm really trying to depict so that you can understand what we are talking about. So we will go from the bottom to top. So the last one is, because if you see that bhaya, so when a jiva has some inclination towards to a worship, what kind of mode he has, what kind of mood he has, what kind of deity that he is worshipping, and so what the destination he is going to get. Because all the religions are actually formed from bhaya. Bhaya means out of fear. Oh, I don't want to go to hell. I want to enjoy in heaven. Like that. So there is a fear. That is bhaya. Then also asha. Asha means desire. Desire is two kinds of desires. Material desires and spiritual desires. But there is desire. Desire means that is something for me. So that's the asha for moksha. That is the highest in asha, of course. The desire. Then the top one is raga, which you see in the topmost. So the fear is really going to be taking. For example, you must have really read so many things again. This bhaya is really driven in many religions. For example, even Muhammad. Remember when he really met the angel? What happened was because it was so he got so much of fear by seeing the angel. He returned back to his home and he was shivering for 2 weeks. He could not stop the shivering. And, it is written that his wife, had to really cover him with blankets for 2 weeks just to really calm down. But that is out of bhaya. Tamasic, this is the tamasic religions will have bhaya important. Hey, if you do that, you will go to hell. So it is actually because of fear. So they make fear. And they are the one who really worship the Lord in their so lowest forms like ghosts and spirits. And where do they go? They actually get lower births and some lower lokas. So they are in the mode of tamasic. Fear related worship is tamasic by nature. So now if you take the next one, which is rajasic. Rajasic is, if you really see that the asha for enjoyment. So they really want to enjoy themselves. Enjoy themselves where? In this world. So that's why they really automatically worship demigods. So they will reach their own heavens and their own demigods, lokas. So that is why in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna is saying, Kamaistaite hridanyana prapadyate anya devata tam niyamam mastaya prakrita niyata swaya. Those whose intelligence has been stolen by material desires. Material desires. What do they do? Surrender unto the demigods and follow the particular rules and regulations of worship according to that demigod's nature. But also he says again here in Bhagavad Gita, again 7:23, he says that Andavattu palam desham tat bhavatyalpamedasham devan deva yajo yanti mat bhaktaya yanti mamapi. Men of small intelligence worship the demigods, and their fruits are limited and very temporary. Those who worship the demigods go to the planets of the demigods, but my devotee ultimately reach my supreme planet. See? So that, now we remember the slide that I presented as taking a flight. So though the destinations are unlimited, so depending on where you want to go, what is your desire, that is what you will automatically have inclination. And now again the third one is that is sattvic. So previous one is rajasic, but now the third one is sattvic. They will ask for moksha. I want to go to Vaikunta, I want to. So that is better. This is a lot better. So they will be inclining to worship Lord Narayana, Balaji, Vishnu, like that. Yes. So they are sattvic and their destination is Vaikunta. But what we are covering, what Srimad Bhagavatam is ultimately really trying to really give the topmost goal, and what Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came for is this raga. This raga is prema. So it is said in Chaitanya Charitamrita that when Krishna is saying, my pure devotee binds me in his heart with the ropes of prema and sees only me wherever he looks. Bhakta ama prema bandi yache hridaye bitare yaga netra padetan dekhaye amare. That is raga. So what is the highest goal? Highest goal is prema, raga, but it is not easy. It is not easy. Because people will say that all worships go to, whoever you worship, everything is going to the same place, they say. In a way they are right, because all worship actually go to Krishna, but not the worshippers. Worshippers not go to him. This we have to be very careful. So all the gods are the angas of Bhagavan Sri Krishna only. They are all serving the one supreme God who is Krishna. So even when one worships any demigod, all the worship actually go to Krishna only. As he says in Gita, Bhagavatam, everywhere. Why all the worships go only to Krishna? Because demigods cannot take the worship for themselves. They are servants of this Lord, Supreme Lord. Like when I worship my Gurudev, he passes that worship to his Guru. And his Guru will pass all the way to all the Guru Parambara, and finally where will it land? It will land only to Krishna only. But however, while all the worships that is done by anyone, any god, all go to Krishna only, but the worshipper is not going to Krishna. This is the difference. Yandi deva brita devan pritrun yandi pitrvrataha bhutani yandi bhuteja yandi madhyajina nabhimam. He says that. Who worship Devadas will go to the Devadas only. Those who worship ancestors go to the planets of ancestors, that is Pitraloka. Those who worship spirits will take birth, like Bhuta, spirit, evil spirits or whatever. Those who worship me only will live and, come to me and live with me. So this is very, very important to understand. But all these Devadas, Lokas are temporary. They are subjected to annihilation. When the Brahmanda is dissolved, when Mahavinu breathes the Brahmandas back in, everything is gone. Anyway, now coming to that. So the pure bhakti is beyond all the religions. This is the summum bonum that I wanted to talk about. Understand? All the other worships are actually secondary. So this raga is the beyond all the religions. That is why we are following the footsteps of our acharyas. Our acharyas have really established the highest, to establish the sadhana as what we should do to get this highest goal. So now, of course, there are a lot of sadhanas. There are 9 angas. Sravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmane. So like that, there are 9 angas are there. But if you take 5 of them, what are the things I am just bringing? Sadhu Sangha Nama Kirtana, Bhagavata Sravana, Madhuravasa Sri Murtira, Sraddhaya Sevana. So what the Chaitanya Charitamrita says, one should associate with the devotees, pure devotees, and chant the holy names of the Lord. So number 1, associate with pure devotees. Number 2, chant the holy name of the Lord. Number 3 is hear Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavata Sravana. Hear Srimad Bhagavatam from pure devotees. 4, worship the deity with faith and veneration. And 5th is reside in Vrindavan. But probably not everybody is fortunate to be there, born in Vrindavan or reside in Vrindavan for all the time. So then in that case, we have to take only the first 4. Associate with pure devotee, chant the holy name of the Lord, hear Srimad Bhagavatam and worship the deity. But again, you really come here, now worshipping the deity is also not for everybody. Not everybody has deity. Of course, they can go to the temple, but the thing is, deity worship is only for the initiated, of course, when they really go higher in their bhakti. So if we take that also out, that gives only now 3. What is the 3 now? What are the 3 now? Associate with pure devotees, chant the holy name of the Lord, and hear Srimad Bhagavatam. So those are the 3 things now. But then I want to take only 1. Now again, okay, this is 3. Now again, let us take what are the top 2 are those. Top 2 are Sadhu Sangha Krishna Nama Yeyi Matra Chai Samsara Jinite Ara Kauna Vastu Nai. So what that sloka is saying is, second sloka that in the middle is saying is, now 2 things. 2 topmost things that are selected. The association with pure devotees and chanting the names of the Lord. There is nothing else is essential in this world. So now narrow down to just 2. But one may ask, give me only one thing which is the topmost. What is the topmost? Please give that. That answer is coming there. Sadhu Sange Sarva Satrahaya. Lava Matra Sadhu Sange Sarva Siddhi Haya. So finally, what is the most important thing that is coming is Sadhu Sangha. So what the meaning of sloka is, the verdict of all the revealed scripture is only one thing. By even a moment's association with a pure devotee, one can attain all success. But this is direct association. You have to be in front of him. You have to talk to him. But how many people are really having that kind of opportunity? When Gurudev was in this planet, of course, we used to have once in a year, then also every time we really go to the Vrindavan Parikrama or Navadvip Parikrama, we associate with Gurudev. But how many people are really so fortunate to really have association all the time? Not everybody. But it is saying that association, even for a moment of time, is so much, that is the topmost. So Vaishnava association is very important. That leads to a question, who is a Vaishnava? There are 10 qualities to enter into Vaishnava stage. Dhriti, Kshama, Damo, Asteyam, Saucham, Indriya Nigraha, Dhir and Satyam. Dhriti means determination to get Krishna in this very life itself, not another birth. Shama is forgiveness. Forgive the offenses made against himself. Damo means control of mind. Fix the mind only on activities related to Guru and Krishna. Asteyam means not stealing. That means you are not greedy to get others' money. Live very simple life and do not have profit mind or speculation to get more money. That is asteyam. Saucha means cleanliness. Externally and internally one should be clean. Take bath every day. Every day morning, wear tilak, and always wear only new cloth. The new means, washed cloth. Indriya Nigraha, controlling the senses. Control all the 5 senses, sense organs, and engage them only in Krishna-related activities. You eat only prasadam. Not like going somewhere there and then eating some pizza or whatever it is. No. Like that. All the senses only you engage only with Bhagavan, Bhagavan Krishna. Dir means intelligence and plus knowing all the shastras also. Desire to know only about Krishna and the relevant shastras of spirituality. All the others are not at all any useful. That is only for your stomach. Whatever the work we are doing, that is only stomach. But we think that stomach is the most important. And the spiritual life is secondary. So this is what happened. This is why we are not getting any devotion, nothing. We are just sleeping and sleeping. The last one is Satyam. Satyam means truthfulness. Always be honest and speak the truth. So there are 3 levels of Vaishnavas. So these 3 levels are very important because not everybody can understand that clearly. Okay, now suppose a devotee just takes the initiation just now, is new. He is a Kanistha Adhikari. And suppose some devotees have been really practicing doing the sadhana for several years. He is a Madhyam Adhikari. And then of course he is really completely immersed 24 hours in only Krishna. He is Uttam Adhikari. So Kanistha is a beginner. He possesses many of these 10 qualities which we talked about, that he possesses to some extent. And he also chants for sure 16 rounds. And he has a guru. And deity worship is primary for Kanistha. Their focus will be more on deity worship. And he thinks that he thinks something totally different now. He thinks he has become a guru now. Just by taking initiation, he thinks he is guru, he knows everything now. And he thinks he is the topmost devotee also. And he thinks, not only that, he is also self-centered. Whatever his ideas, he will be trying to impose on others also. Yes, this is the correct. This is what Krishna wants. Because he does not know the Shastra even. He has no time to even read the Shastra, but he thinks that he knows everything. This is the dangerous situation. Kanistha Adhikaris are very dangerous. Then they can fall anytime. And cannot see a sadhu versus a non-sadhu. Because he sees, he's a devotee. That's it. But there are so many degradations there. There are 9 degradations are there. But he has no idea to really know about that. And he is having something called Chaya Bhakti. Abhasha means he is having only shadow of the Bhakti. Madhyam Adhikari is intermediate. And he possesses all the 10 qualities. And he surely chants for 64 rounds or more. And he engages in Guru Seva. And he is very talented in the Shastras. He knows the extract of the Shastras. And he engages in preaching as well. And he is also, while Kanistha Adhikari is actually just in the entrance of the temple of Bhakti, Madhyama is already inside. And he is in a Kaya Bhakti stage. So he is inside the temple of Bhakti. Uttam Adhikari is totally different and he is the topmost. And he is what? Because Uttam Adhikari means as soon as we see him, immediately we will start chanting Hare Krishna. Immediately we will say the Hare Krishna. Immediately from the mouth it will come. Hare Krishna, it will come. That means he is a Uttam Adhikari. Because when he moves and his vibration will be all the way completely there. Merely by seeing him, one will start chanting. He will chant all the time. And he will do, his Guru Seva is 24 hours, only Guru Seva will be going on. And he is located in the heart of Krishna. Of course, Krishna is in the heart of him already. So Krishna is in his heart, and then also he is in the heart of Krishna. That is why he is saying that. Bhakta ama prema bandhi. My what? The prema devotees bind me. I cannot escape anywhere else. Okay. So he thinks that everyone else is bhakta, he is not. He does not differentiate. Every jiva is actually doing their role to satisfy the leela of Krishna. Krishna is playing the role. Krishna is actually doing this Rishi leela. And all the jivas are participating. And only thing is, I am not able to really do that kind of seva. But even though he is 24 hours he doing seva, this is exactly the gopis also really feel the same thing. If he wants, because he does not want to preach. Why he does not want to preach? To whom he will preach? He thinks everybody else is better than him. Then to whom he will preach? But if his Guru orders, he will come down as a Madhyama Adhikari and then he will preach. And he thinks that I am not even a Vaishnava. And he is in the Prema Bhakti stage. Okay, so now if you take these two, what a difference that you really see that. A mind of Kanishta thinks I am the greatest Vaishnava. And mind of Uttama says that I am not at all, I am the lowest. That is why he sings like this. Oh Vaishnavas, please give me mercy. Kripa karo Vaishnava Thakur Sambandhanyani Bhajite Abhimana Hau Dur Abhimana Hau Dur. Oh Vaishnava Thakura, please give me your mercy. You are the one who is giving me the knowledge, of the relationship with Bhagavan. And you are the only one who is giving me strength to do bhajana. And you are the only one who can send my false ego far away. Ego is the biggest problem. That is why. But if I think I am a Vaishnava, what will happen? Ahamito Vaishnava ye buddhi khaile amanina hobahami pradishtakshasi hridaya doshibe hoibo nirayagami. If I think I am a Vaishnava, then I will never become humble. I will get ego. My heart will become contaminated with the hope of receiving honor from others. And I will surely go to hell. This is the status of Uttama Adhikaris. Now let us come to the position of the gopis. Because in Srimad Bhagavatam, we have been seeing so many Mahajans. They are all Uttama Adhikaris, Uttama Adhikari Vaishnavas. But all these Uttama Vaishnavas glorify the lotus feet of the gopis. What exactly they want? They want only one thing. Just a little dust from the feet of the lotus feet of a gopi. That's all they are all aspiring. But look at it, there are Uttama Adhikaris. They know all the Shastras. They know everything. They are in Krishna's heart and Krishna is there in their heart already. They are so high. But what is their goal? To get just a dust on their head. And that is why this gopi is so high. And they are feeling that they are there. See, now it may make sense what I was actually giving the background. Because they are even more than Uttama Adhikaris. They are very high. What do they think? We do not have any bhakti to Krishna. Look at here. We are not able to serve. The clouds are serving. The peacocks are serving. The birds are serving. The deers are serving. The rivers are also serving. Everything is serving. But not us. How? They think that all the trees in Vrindavan, they are all serving Krishna. But they are not able to serve. They are not able to serve. They're all locked inside the room, inside the home. Their elders are really putting obstacles for them to really go out. They feel that they are the most unfortunate. How do the trees serve Krishna? Here comes the verse. This is Srimad Bhagavatam. Vanalatastaravo atmani Vishnu Viyanjayandyat iva pushpa paladiyaha Pranatabharavitapa madutara Prema Hristatanavo Vauvrishusma Sarasi Sarasahamsa Vigangas Charugita Hrtacheta Sayetya Harim Upasatate Yatta Chitta Handamami Litta Drishodrita Maunaha Darshaniya Tilako Vanamala Divya Gandha Tulasi Madhumattai Alikulaira Lagu Gitam Abhishtam Atriyan Yerhi Sandita Venu. All by the Venu he can do wonderful things. Krishna is moving around in various forests in the company of his friends. Who all, what do their companies do? They are all in cheerful mood. They are glorifying about his, his friend Krishna. Even though they all think that Krishna is none more, is not higher than them. But still they are all singing because Krishna is really singing so nicely, and also so many pastimes that he is doing. And now, what they see now, when the cows wander on the mountain sides, and Krishna calling out these cows and calves and all those, and not only that, he also sings the flute so that he attracts even these plants and vegetations and all the trees and plants. So this is the power of his flute. And when the trees and creepers in the forest respond by offering Krishna with so much of fruits and flowers. So what does these all the trees and plants do? Wow! All of a sudden they really just like that, they really blossom. So much of blossom, and then when Krishna is walking, they make this flower bed in front of him. Like we do for the red carpets, for the big events, star events or something. So here they are all offering so much of flowers so that Krishna can walk on the flowers. Not only that, they also shower flowers on them. So much of flower. That's why it is Vanalatastaravad Atmani Vishnu Vaijayandya iva pushpa paladya Pranattabhara vitapa madutara Prema Hristatanavo Vavrushusmaha. As their branches bend low with their weight. What is the weight actually? The weight is self-made weight. It's because it wants to bow down to Krishna. Because if you go to Vrindavan and if you see Madhuvan and Nidhivan, all those places where there are a lot of trees who are none other than gopis who really come to life in the night, every night when Krishna is doing rasa dance there. All the trees, they're all growing downwards. Only those with the ego, they will like this. Because they want to bow down. Vanalata means forest creepers. Taravo means under the trees. Atmani. Atmani means within themselves, inside the Atma. Yes, Lord Vishnu has. See, Vishnu. Then they are revealing, what is the thing they are revealing? Pushpa with flowers. Pala means fruits. Atya, richly endowed. How? It's not just like one or two flowers. They put so much of flower. It's all spontaneously coming and coming. As soon as they hear the flute, and when Krishna is really coming there near to them, Vitabaha means all the branches. Not just one branch does. All the branches does the same thing. And now that the trunk is such thinking, oh, at least all the branches could really at least offer flower. Oh, I am a trunk. I don't have any way of expressing my affection to this Krishna. What do? They weep. They cry. And when they cry, what happens? From the trunk of the trees, saps come. The liquid comes out from the trees. As if they are just crying. So when the cows wander onto the mountainsides, and Krishna calling out them with the sound of his flute, the trees and creepers in the forest respond by becoming so luxuriant with fruits and flowers that they seem to be manifesting Lord Vishnu within their hearts. As their branches bend low with the weight, the filaments of their trunks, they stand erect, and out of the ecstasy, all the trees, they pour down a rain of sweet sap. Maddened by the divine honey-like aroma of the tulasi flowers on the garland of Krishna, because Krishna is wearing a wonderful ball with the tulasi mala, and also with so much of forest flowers. That who gives that? When he really comes to cow herding, Mother Yashoda prepares garland for her. And not only that, she also utters mantra on the top of his head. He tells mantra, protection mantra. So now he's walking. And also when he's in the forest, they are playing here and there. And the Gopas also make garlands. They also give garlands to Krishna. They also wear themselves. And they're all, because Gopas and Krishna, there is no difference they really see. And by seeing the tulasi leaves in the garland, these bees get really so maddened. And they swarms, the swarms of bees, they sing loudly, with the sound and coming. What else? The charming flute, that flute song steals away the minds of the swans, the cranes, and other lake-dwelling birds. Who supplies all the lakes and the waterfalls? He's giving all those? Giri Govardhan is giving that. But the original Giri Govardhan was, now he's singing. He's singing. He was so high. Now every day he's singing. Why? Because out of separation from Krishna. Oh, Krishna is not here anymore in this planet. What is the use of me living here? Let me die. So he's singing because of the sorrows that he feels by the separation of Krishna. And all the swans and all the cranes, everything, they all come. And by hearing the flute, he just gets stuck. And just looking, just gazing at Krishna. And they close their eyes. And also now all the flower plants are waiting for Krishna. They are waiting. And Krishna comes there with his gopas and the calves and the cows. And now these flowers just offer themselves at the lotus feet of Krishna. Look how the creepers and the branches of the trees of Vrindavana and are dropping down due to their weight. What is the weight? The weight is the ecstasy that they feel is the weight. And this is not that all of a sudden the weight came. They all shower so much of flowers, welcoming Krishna with their hearts. This is why Krishna goes to the forest. Out of the love and affection, these shower of the flowers from all the so many trees, flower trees, they all make Krishna so happy. And they must have also taken Krishna with their hearts. Because tears of love in the form of streams of honey are dripping from them as well. These, whatever the flowers they are putting, they all have honey. And this honey is also dripping on Krishna. So this is like their their tears. And this is how the pastimes of Krishna are happening. But how many people really have this kind of spiritual vision? That is important. So these gopis, even though they are inside, they could not come out, but they are able to see what is happening. That is their power. And they are seeing everything as Purti. So now they are crying. Oh, we are not able to offer this kind of seva to Krishna. What is the use of me? But you may think that whatever the narration that we see in Srimad Bhagavatam, are they really just artistic? Are they really real? They are completely real. Because when we go to Vrindavan, we do not see those. The Vrindavan also was not like this as right now. When Krishna was there 5,000 years ago, it was all everybody was so enjoying. And when Krishna went out of, he became Prakat, and he went into the mood of Dwaraka Krishna to Madura and then Dwaraka. They all started crying. And they all left just like a desert. And then the Goswamis came. When the Goswamis came under the order of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they replenished. They brought all the pastime places back. And they were again all the trees and forests and rivers, and they all became revived as we are talking about. In fact, I will tell you something. When Rupa Goswami was composing the verses in the place called Ter Kadamba, which is actually the heart, the Ter Kadamba, according to the mood, because he was writing the verses, Rupa Goswami has written so much of Sastras. It is not just like the nectar of devotion is the only one. No, that is just one of them. And when he used to compose the verses depicting the mood of Radha and Krishna in separation, and when he just recites that after composing and just reading, all the trees and the plants around in Ter Kadamba, because he was in Ter Kadamba, they all would shed their leaves instantly as if they are all in great sorrow. Then when he composes and sings again a verse about their union, now Radha and Krishna are together, not separated. These same trees and plants will immediately grow immediately. It grow with new shoots and blossom with so much of flowers. That is the real Vrindavan. Even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has exhibited like this. Remember, he really, he just planted something with some, and immediately, it became a tree right in front of everybody's eyes. Because this prema is very high. That is the real Vrindavan. As Krishna, that is meaning, attract. Krishna means another meaning is at all attractive. He attracts everybody, every being, living or even non-living. He is in every atom. Everything is attracted by Krishna. And everything expresses their love. This is why he is Vanachari. Krishna does not reside in temples. Don't go to the temples. That is only to really see their shows. No. He's a Vanachari. He says that. I am a Vanachari. I am not in the temple. He roams everywhere in the forest. There are 12 vanas in the forest. 12 main vanas in the forest and 12 upavanas. Upavanas means, upa forest, small forests. So now, to complete for today's class, we are talking about, just the vanas, and we want to end with this vanas, Vanachari, because he is roaming all the places. Like we have seen how the clouds were doing, and how all the peacocks were actually dancing, how the rivers also responding. Now we have seen how the trees are also responding. And when Sukadeva Goswami was narrating, not only himself, but the listeners were also experiencing the sweet mellows of Vrindavan forests. Here someone may ask, there are so many jivas in these worlds. So are they all in Madhurya Rasa? Which we are talking about. Madhurya Rasa is the highest. Not all of them. There are numerous devotees performing bhajana in different sampradayas, Nimbarka, Ramanuja and Vishnu Swami, and there are others such as Yavanas who actually perform no bhajan at all. There are a lot of differences. Their attitude is different. They are looking for going to Vaikuntha, or I want this, then also there. So now this is why the Uttama Gati, the topmost goal, is different. That is Raga, which only Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give. All the religions, whatever you are seeing, I gave the introduction in the beginning. That answers what exactly the question that is here. So depending on your wish, your attitude, how much you want to give yourself to Krishna rather than how much you want to get from Krishna. Remember, I want to enjoy means I want to get from Krishna. I want moksha, I want to go to Vaikuntha means I want to enjoy myself in Vaikuntha. Oh, no problem, nothing. Isn't it? This is how it is. And I don't want to go to hell because I have done so many sins. I am eating all kinds of nonsense and things like that. Then you are worshipping accordingly, and then you get the reward accordingly only. But only by the mercy of a Sadguru, one can really get the glimpse of this. If we have Sukruti, then we can get. So of all these 5 different kinds of rasas, you have Sandarasa, Dasya Rasa, Sakya Rasa, Vatsalya Rasa, and also Madhurya Rasa. And every jiva, depending on their mood, their willingness. What is the willingness? Whether to want to get something or you want to give to him. Is the big difference that makes. Out of the 4 different things that I was putting a chart, the topmost is the only one which is giving to Krishna. Giving ourselves, Atmani Vedanam, not asking for moksha or asking for this and that. That is Ragatmika. That Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give that only in this Danyakali, which is also only after 10,000 years, it will be closed. Then no more about this. No chance to any jivas who are really going to be born afterwards. So also Gurudev says, some people may be really so mad about goopy prema. No. If your Gurudev is not going to give it to you, you cannot get it by yourself. But first to be like Prahalad. Then gradually you become a Hanuman. Then you become like Pandavas. Straight away you don't talk about all those. But if you are qualified, then it is a different thing. But it's all by the Guru's mercy only, not by your own. It's just not possible. Because even Mahajans are not able to get a small dust of that gopis. You cannot get. So we have to go through Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmani Vedanam. This is the only way to do. And in the Bhagavatam it is stated that Swayam Bhagavan is Lord Krishna. Everywhere else, depending on the different levels that I really showed, they will be focusing on different sastras. That is their problem. So in the last verse that we covered today, the gopis are saying, Aho, Krishna has continued on his way playing the flute and on the trees of Vrindavana and the creepers and mountains and they are all able to serve, but we are not able to serve. This is the mood. And when Krishna passes by them, those trees and creepers bend over, and those fruits and flowers that are normally at the height of his head are offered to his feet as Pushpanjali. Remember? Yes, they really bend down. This is how the Vrindavan is. Krishna's pastimes of cowherding and roaming in all the vanas of Vrindavan are so magnanimous. Today we will end this class by singing this Gogul Bhajan, bringing the memory of this just 12 vanas. This was an offering that I gave in Kartik 2016. Whenever we go to Kartik, something comes by his own grace. And now today, Madan Mohin is not here today because he has to be there in the college for some urgent. So I will play something just a few minutes for us to enjoy. Narayana